This episode is brought to you by Tomasa Salad Shop. If you're looking for something good to eat, then call Tomasa Salad Shop today for your next meal. Selling the best salads and loaded potatoes around. Also serving much more. Follow Tomasa Salad Shop on Facebook for new items, updates, and menus. Come eat the fresh way, the right way at Tomasa Salad Shop. This episode is also brought to you by Giovanni's Glam House, LLC. If you're looking for a pro makeup artist in Sparta, Georgia and surrounding areas, hit up Giovanni's Glam House. She's going to get you right for your weddings, parties, and more. Prices starting as low as $95 with guaranteed satisfaction. Here's how you can book. Visit www.giovannisglamhouse.com or on Facebook at Giovanni's Glam House LLC. That's www.giovannisglamhouse.com or on Facebook at Giovanni's Glam House LLC. Last but not least, this episode is also brought to you by Legette's Ammo and More. Legette's Ammo and More provides a wide selection of firearms and ammunition, as well as firearm cleaning, oiling, repairing, restoring guns, and gunsmith and transfer services. We also dedicated to offering quality products and exceptional customer service. If you need some ammo and ammunition, give them a call at 478-804-1528. That's 478-804-1528. Or follow Legette's Ammo and More on Facebook. Those were all my sponsors for this episode. But first, I want to give a special shout out to Shakivia Battle. To all veterans that need help getting their disability claim started or discharge upgraded, look up Shakivia Battle on Facebook. If you need assistance, she's going to get you right. She's going to get that check for you. So look up SHAKIVIA Battle, BATTLE. She's going to help get you what you deserve. What's going on? I am your host, DJ Bandz, and you're on Bandz Talk Podcast. Man, we're back with another episode. First, I want to say I appreciate everybody for checking in with me, staying tuned. Make sure you go to YouTube and subscribe to my channel at Bandz Talk Podcast. I'm on Amazon Music. I'm on Spotify. I'm on Apple Music. The list goes on, man. Wherever you get your podcast, y'all check me out. Hey, today we're going to be talking about business from the entrepreneur perspective. Your do's, your don'ts, what works, what doesn't work. We're going to dig right into it. We're going to talk about business. So when people say is enough money for everybody, like you have to kind of be cautious and be aware of people that kind of live and die behind that term is enough money for everybody, which is true that it is enough money for everybody, but some people, they try to hide behind that term to step on your toes whenever if y'all selling the same thing or y'all in the same lane, they try to use that term as an excuse saying, oh, well, it's enough money for everybody, which is true. But, because people going to shop with who they want to shop with. But just be on the lookout for people who kind of stand behind that and they try to justify it's not really the wrongdoings, but try to justify how they move by using that term is enough money for everybody. Also, people be saying support who support me. I get it, but at the same time, it's not going to always come around like that. Like you may have someone who purchases an item from you, and you may not even be interested in an item that they're selling or a service that they provide. Someone may buy, just say, a hat from me, and they're providing a massage service. So you kind of got it. You can't look at, well, I'm not going to, the masseuse looks at everybody and say, well, I'm not going to support none of these businesses because don't nobody come and get a massage from me. It just depends on, people have trade for trade. You support my business, I support your business. But that term also support who supports you. You can also get lost in the sauce with trying to, go by that term. By I only support who going to support me, because at the same time, you're going to be going a lot of places, buying a lot of things from people who don't support you, from people who don't even know you. So, just be careful about people that, go by and say is enough money for everybody, and I only support who supports me. Those two terms can be difficult if you try to abide by those. And a lot of people, they say your biggest supporters come from strangers, and I can attest to that. That is true. I know a lot of people that have businesses, and they have a lot of friends that don't support their business, or they have family. You may have a lot of family who never supported your business, and you're going to get, I know from personal experience from businesses that I was doing, that people that don't know you, they'll give you donations. You don't have to ask for it. They'll give you a tip, well over the amount. When people, they should be the first ones to support you. But sometimes people have hidden agendas, and they just don't want to support you, because a lot of folks, they say, oh, well, I'm not finna help him buy this new car. I'm not finna help him or her purchase this new home. They small-minded people, but they go into these Walmarts, Targets, Bath and Body Works. They go into these establishments, and they patronize with them with, at any given time, and they're making them bigger millionaires or billionaires. And so, don't get that small time mind frame with, oh, I'm not going to support this person because I'm not going to help them fund their business. I'm not going to help them grow. But you don't have to worry about that with strangers, because they don't care. They just want a product. They don't care who you are, what color, what race. They don't care. They're going to support you based off of whatever you have to offer them. And I think it should be like that all the way around. But, of course, it's not. Having a lot of friends can hurt you, and it can help you. So when you have a lot of friends, you expect for people to support your business just off the strength of being friends. Unfortunately, it's not like that. Having a lot of friends, you drop a product, you expect for it to all your friends to post it on their social media. It doesn't happen like that. So the bigger your circle, sometimes the bigger your, possibility of, I ain't gonna say downfall, but having a big circle sometimes doesn't benefit your business. Because you would think that your friends will be the first ones to help put other people on, when you have a product or service that you're providing. Having a lot of friends can hurt your business, because they will always be looking for a discount. Girl, you gonna charge me this to do my hair, and but they'll go somewhere else and pay the full price, and may leave a tip to somebody who, they're not even friends with. But because you offer a service, and they're in your camp, they're in your circle, either boy or girl or whatever, guys or whatever, they expect to get a discount just because y'all are friends. But if you look at it like this, if you had 10 friends, and all 10 of your friends supported your business from the jump, if one of your merchandise costs $20, and you got 10 friends, $200 off the gate before anybody else, you got $200 in already. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, your friends should have your back. But if you have friends and they're not supporting you, I mean, can you, do you get mad? Do you get upset because you have a friend in your circle who genuinely is not happy for you, and they don't support your business? So I expect for somebody who I call my friend, like, not an associate, but friend. People may not have 10 genuine, people may not have 10 friends, real friends in their circle, but they may have 2 or 3 friends that they really call friend. And if they are not supporting you with your business, then maybe you should, I don't know, look look at try to see what's the root of the issue, and maybe y'all really not friends like you are friends with that person. Maybe y'all not that close in their eyes. Also, man, moving on and giving up on business, people get those two confused when things get tough and people want to keep their business and they fighting for their business, but every single month they're going in the hole. They're having to borrow money from family, or they taking out a loan to pay for another loan. Then maybe that's the time that you need to consider that maybe, hey, this is not working out for me at this time. I may need to try other avenues, because if you get it one time, you can definitely get it again. You can definitely get it again. So don't fall in a hole and lose everything you got just trying to keep a business, saying that you got a business. Because if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. So stay on the good side of your business. Time's gonna be tough. It's gonna get rough, of course, because nothing comes easy. Nothing comes easy. So just stay on your grind, man, and give it your all. You got to give in before you give out. But if you see yourself going in a hole and you went 3 to 4 months with no income coming in, and that's your main source of income, then that may be a time to reconsider and to just move on. And just that's not giving up. You're moving on. You're being smart about the situation. You're moving on. So that's an advice I can give on giving up and moving on from a job. But also you have to keep your day job, because when you have a day job and you have a business, basically they're two sources of income. So you don't want to, excuse me, you don't want to just you don't want to just walk out your job one day and just say, hey, I'm finna go into business for myself. I'm tired of my supervisor. I'm finna go sell lashes. I'm finna install I'm finna become a lash tech, or I'm finna become um, a cosmetologist. Don't get me wrong, cosmetologists and lash techs, they do very well for themselves with a lot of clientele. But if you got a day job and your side job, cosmetology, lash tech, or a t-shirt printer, or whatever it is, that can be a second income. It can be extra money. Because you have a day job, save your money with your day job when you can go 3 to 4 months without any income on your hustle, or your side business, whatever you call it. Because I mean, being an entrepreneur, man, you can make 6,000 one week, then next week you may make 2,500, then next month you make 1,200, and let's say 2 months, 3 months go by, and you only made $800, and then you only made $200 one month. Like in a 6 month span, you looking at your gross. You should have reports anyway. If you have a business and you don't have reports, you can't tell what you generated in each month or each week, even each day. You should have some type of software where you can pull that data to be able to tell how well your business is doing. But if you go 6 months and you haven't generated enough money to clear your bills, to clear your overhead, and pay for your car insurance, your health insurance, take care of your kids, and buy groceries and things like that, then you're gonna be in a tough spot. Like I said, that there may be a time where you need to reconsider and move on from the situation. It would not be considered as you giving up, because you went approximately 6 months of ups and downs. Well, mostly downs. You went 6 months with mostly downs in your business, and you have not generated income. So having that day job, that will fill the gaps in from you just depending solely off of your entrepreneur, your side job, your hustle. It don't even have to be a full-time job. You can have a part-time job. You just need to have some type of steady income coming in, no matter what your business do, whether you're in the good season or the bad season, whatever, however your job, your business is performing, having that part-time job or that full-time job on standby, and having that second source of income, which whatever you're doing on the side, that's going to put you in a good spot to eventually you will be able to walk off your job, put a 2-week notice in, because you never know. You want to leave on the good terms. You don't want to just walk out on lunch break. I mean, I got some stories of me walking out on lunch break at some jobs because, they had the right plan, wrong man. So, but you want to leave on a good standard because you never know. You may have to come back to that job. Your retail price determines your what you paid for that item wholesale. So basically, let's just say you buy a case of t-shirts and you want to, I don't want to get real technical. I'm just throwing some numbers out. Just say you buy a case of t-shirts, 50 comes in a case. You want to be able to at least triple your profits on $200 per t-shirt. I mean, per $200 per case. You want to be able to make $600 because when you set in your retail price, you want to include all of your expenses. You don't want to just include what it take. If you're actually printing on the t-shirt, you want to include all your materials, all your supplies, all your shipping costs that it takes for you to get the case of t-shirts. You want to include the shipping that it costs to get your supplies in, your materials. You want to account for the time you put in. You want to account for the electricity that you put in. You want to be able and you have to pay yourself. You have to take all of that into consideration when you're coming up with a retail price. The same as food. If you have a restaurant, you want to, when you come up with that meal, when you come up with that special, you want to be able to include how much does the straws cost you, how much does the napkins cost you, the plates that you're putting them in, how much that costs you. If you're gonna give them two ranches or extra ketchup, you kind of want to put all that into perspective to determine what your retail price is going to be for that combo meal. How much does the grease cost? How many do you have employees? All that thing, all those things you have to take in consideration. How much your rent or your mortgage? How much if you have a business vehicle, your insurance, your cell phone? If you're using your cell phone for your business, you have to include all those expenses when you're trying to generate a price for a product that you're going to sell retail. So people say, let your haters be your motivators. Let your haters be your motivators. So if you're doing good, you're going to have haters no matter what. No matter what you're doing. Either you're doing good or appear to be doing good, you're going to have somebody who's going to dislike you. You're going to have people who dislike you and you don't even know they dislike you. You never gave them a reason to dislike you. They're just going to dislike you. So, but people that hate on your business, you can't focus on your haters. You have to focus on the people who support you. You can't focus on the non-supporters. You can't focus on the haters, but let them be your motivators. By what I mean by motivating you is just not giving up on your dream, your passion, what you signed up for. Don't give up on it. But don't let your haters distract you either. I mean, let them be your motivators, but don't let them distract you from you handling business the way you're supposed to. You may see somebody who that don't like you, and they're shopping with you, so you won that battle. But don't cut corners and provide bad customer service because you know that person don't like you and they have an attitude, because people are going to hold you accountable because you're running a business. People don't expect for you to have an attitude or to respond to them with a stupid answer because they ask you what they say a stupid question. No questions is stupid, but somebody may ask you a question and the sign might be right in front of them. Do y'all take debit cards? And your response will be, don't you see the sign? Whether they're a hater or not, just a regular person, and you reply, well, don't you see the sign? Yeah, we take debit cards. That's something that you have to work on if you have poor communication, poor customer service skills. One thing I don't understand is people with these fast food jobs. It's like they mad at the world because you ask for your meal as you should at the drive-through window, and you get round to the window and they got attitude and throwing change in your hand. And I don't understand, like, people that work at these restaurants, they or even when you get to the window, they got an attitude. You can hear it in their voice. You trying to come up with your meal and they speaking over you, and they trying to give you your total before you even done. Like, hold on, wait a minute, let me order. Like, they cutting you off. I don't understand why people. I mean, if you hate your job that much, then you need to just leave. Don't uh put your frustration, your anger out on your customers. Take a break. Smoke break. You smoke. Take a break. Don't, because you having a bad day or something like that, man. Just, what I'm saying. Don't take it out on your customers, because what I mean. You never know what, on both sides. You never know what a person is going through, and the customers, y'all got to do a better job also. But you never know what a person is going through. So you at work and you got an attitude with somebody. People nowadays, people will do the unthinkable now. I seen stuff happen in the drive-through where people snatching people out the window because they mad and throwing drinks on each other. So, y'all just be careful, man. Be mindful. Just be nice. If you don't like your job, you don't like your supervisor, report them or something. Get out the business. Customer service, it goes a long way. I like to tell people to focus on one business at a time. No matter what it is, you want to at least be successful at one before you branch out and do something else. I mean, if you are a business owner that been in the game a long time, then you understand the do's and the don'ts about moving on to the next business. But sometimes people can have one business and haven't even succeeded in that business, and they're already starting another business unrelated to the business that they started, and now they trying to advertise for four different, well, let's say different 3 and 4 different businesses, and you haven't even conquered and been successful in the first 2 businesses. But so now you got 4 different business cards, and you trying to run 4 different businesses out of one business. So when people show up at your business, they can get confused, like, oh, well, I thought you sold pocketbooks, and you got a vape shop over here. I mean, that's cool to do, both. In a sense, they're just an example, but just focus on one thing. I can't tell you what to do. I can't spend your money, but it's just my advice. You don't have to take it from me. You can do what you want to do. I'm just giving my perspective, what I think works in the business, being an entrepreneur. Some people may have a business where they do hair, and they become a lash tech and become and they end up doing nails. in one shop. So you're enhancing one business with other services. So that's different between your starting one business and you creating 3 or 4 other businesses that's unrelated to the first business. But when you have one business, one main business, and you're adding different assets or to that one business, then that's a plus. So that's my advice on that. What do you guys think about the titles CEO and owner or black owned business? Do you think that helps your business? You know, do you think that's necessary to label yourself a CEO, owner, black owned business? Do you think that's necessary? Me, I don't think it's necessary because, like I say, people going to shop with who they want to shop with. People going to, genuine supporters. They're going to support no matter what race you are, who's the boss, who's the owner. They're going to genuinely shop with you. But some people kind of go out their way just to make everyone know that they are the CEO or they are the owner, the black owned business. I get it. People want to shop within their race when it comes to certain merchandise services and things like that. So if you list your business as black owned, then when they search it, Google or whatever search engine, it'll come up that you're a black owned business, and you will get businesses based off of you being a black owned business. But some people they kind of go out their way to make it known that they're the CEO or the owner or they're the boss, because I had employees that didn't even know that I was their boss. I can see them walking around in Walmart, grocery shopping, or wherever, the gas station, and walk past each other, and they don't know I'm processing their payroll. So that's the take that I get from being a boss. Me personally, I don't have to acknowledge, and I don't have to announce to the whole world, yeah, I'm the boss. I'm cutting the checks, because some people kind of get offended about that because you're showing off that you're a boss, or it's okay, but it's just a difference. Some people just what they call they flex. They flexing a little too hard, and people they kind of get offended by that, and they don't want to support you based off of you flexing. So just keep that in mind um, about the CEO. I'm the owner. I'm the boss. Black owned business. I mean, it's good to be proud to be a CEO, owner, or a black owned business. I just feel like it's not really necessary to broadcast it too heavily. Don't get confused. No sales as hating on your business. Some people they see like, okay, well they're not buying my product. They just hating on me. That's not the case. Like I say, people they're gonna buy what they want to buy from whomever they want to buy it from. But they're not. If you selling a product and I'm selling a product, and they decide to shop with you, we selling the same product from head to toe, the same product, and they decide to buy from you instead of buy from me. That's perfectly fine. So you have to have your target audience. They may have liked how the way they promote it. They may like their story, why they're in business, their bio. They might like their website. They may have a better checkout experience. So you have to keep those things in mind. That people not shopping with you is not really considered as they're hating on you, because you just have to really just put your product out in front of more people. You just don't settle for the people in your hometown, because like I said earlier, that your most support will come from strangers, people who are not around you, people don't look like you, people who is not in the same location as you. So you have to get on your grind and put your business out farther. just like this podcast, Bandz Talk Podcast. This is not a local podcast. So when people hear my voice, people tune in, subscribe. People are hearing this, all over the United States, different cities, some different countries. So I don't, I don't use this platform to just cater to my locals, people who know me, people who down the road, people who on my personal social media. This is not just catering to them, but if you're a local business or influencer or something like that, it's good to tap in with me and promote on this platform, because like I said, this is not just some local podcast. It's worldwide, so you never know who's listening. So if you have products, it's best to tap in, and products and services, to tap in with something that has a large you know spread that can cover and get the attention of a lot of people who's not even around in this area. Being your own boss and having your own business is not meant for everyone. I'm like I said, I'm an entrepreneur and I have several businesses that I attempted, or that I had that worked out great, and then I moved on. And I had some businesses that I attempted and had that wasn't so great, and I had to let it go. In order to be a successful boss, you have to first be a successful worker. What I mean by that is you got a 9 to 5. That's what we call a job, pretty much. A 9 to 5. You got a 9 to 5, and you showing up for work every day, and suddenly you start coming in to work when you want to. You're 5 to 10 minutes late every day. You're taking early breaks. You coming back from break late. You're taking extra breaks in between. You're just being lazy and not fulfilling your job. You're not being successful on your job that you've been hired to do as a W-2 employee, what we say. That's not going to look good as you trying to become your own boss, because my philosophy, in order to be a successful boss, you have to be a successful worker. So if you got those bad habits where you're doing all those things, then expect for you to do those same things when you go out on your own, because you have to have good habits when you're working for someone. So when you go out on your own, you won't be taking advantage of when you're on the job doing those things, you're taking advantage of your job. So when you go out on your own and be your own boss, who are you taking advantage of? Yourself. So those tendencies can cause you to be successful and unsuccessful being an entrepreneur. So I mean, just be a great worker. You got to look at it. Everything that you do, it reflects the company. So if you're out, you got your company shirt on, and you're at the bar, and you're drunk, and you're loud, shouting loud, and you're acting out disorderly conduct, and you don't even have to have the company shirt on, but somebody may recognize you from being the cashier at their favorite restaurant, and they see you out in public doing something that you ain't have no business doing, or you're intoxicated in public, or you're loud, and you're just doing things outside of your job that can rub the company the wrong way. That can, in the company's eyes, you making the company look bad. So you just have to be mindful what you're doing on your personal time, what you post on social media. That can also reflect on your employment. Some people would not hire you based off of your employment. I mean, some people would not hire you based off of what you post on your personal social media page. So just be mindful of that, man. Just keep good habits when you're working for someone as an employee and trying to go out here on your own. I mean, being an entrepreneur, you can't You can become a business pretty much overnight if you know what to do as far as getting your LLC, EIN number, and everything like that. You can become a boss literally overnight, but you can also lose your business overnight. So you just have to just look at it as like treat people how you want to be treated. Don't go out here and treat your customers bad, cussing around them and smoking around them and stuff like that. And then when you go to a business and somebody cussing and smoking and doing things around you, always on their phone while you trying to place your order or shop with them, you got to take that into consideration. If you don't want nobody doing that when you go to shop at these places, it may be a good idea for you not to be doing that too. So no matter if you're your own boss or whatever, because you don't want to get put out of business from a bad review from somebody like Keith Lee, the food critic. He come to your business, and if he don't like it, he going on social media. Well, he gonna talk about the experience, whether it's good or bad. So you don't want to become, they got this cancel culture now, man, on social media. So if you're not doing right business wise, and social media finds out about it and they see how you treat your customers, just as soon as you open that business, your business will close sooner than you think. So just keep in mind, man. So, but that's my take, man, on episode 3. I appreciate everybody for checking in with me on Bandz Talk Podcast. Like I said, y'all follow me on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and the notification, so whenever I drop some on YouTube, you will get that episode first before anybody else. Wherever you get your podcast from, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, we're on iHeartRadio. So wherever you get your podcast from, man, check me out. Subscribe to that channel, so whenever I drop something, you'll be the first to get it. I'm still looking for business owners, influencers to advertise on Bandz Talk Podcast. So if that's you, send me a DM. Follow me on all my socials. Bandz Talk Podcast is BANDZ TALKPODCAST. Bandz Talk Podcast, one word. Follow me on all socials and let's tap in, man. Like I say, man, appreciate everybody for checking in. I'm DJ Bandz, and you've been listening to Bandz Talk Podcast.